What's up, YouTube? George's Silver Hunter back. Today we are going to continue our quest to try to fill out all of these dollar albums that we have, mainly focusing on a BU set of presidential dollars. And today it's a little bit different because I don't have a full box in front of me. I stopped by a Fifth Third Bank that actually, they said they had $700 worth of dollar coins, and I picked up $400 worth. To go through, and you'll see for the first time in this series we have a couple of customer wrapped rolls as well. So looking forward to it. We'll talk about the books in just a second, but I'm excited to get into these dollars. I hope you are too. So let's get to it. Okay, well, we're going to jump into these rolls. We are going to start with our customer wrapped dollars first. Who knows if they're searched? I have no idea. But I did want to show you the books really quickly, just so you know mainly what we're hunting for. The Eisenhower and SBA book is complete. However, there were two coins that are not in the book that we'll keep our eye out for. Really only one, the 1973 Ike. I think they only did in silver. And the 1999 Proof is not even listed in the book. They listed a 1999, I think, San Francisco SBA, and the Proof is actually from Philly. So not hopeful to find that, but all the spots that are labeled properly in this book are full. Our 2000 to 2004, we're looking for 3 coins. We've got 7 of 10 filled, and here are the 3 main coins we're looking for. 2005 to 2008, we have 5 of 8 spots filled. Again, these are the 3 coins we are looking for. The volume 1 of the presidential dollars we're doing really, really well on. These are all going to be at least really high AU to BU coins. 35 of 40 spots filled. The majority of them are the 2011 Denver dollars, which is not surprising me that I'm having a hard time finding those here in Atlanta. But that's what we are on the hunt for here. Now, this is a different story. Volume 2, we've only filled 9 of 40 spots, so we need pretty much most of them. I probably do have 10 or 15 that could fill the book, but they are in horrible shape. And Shakaran, when he proposed me doing this video, and I did a whole video on how he asked me to do this, he asked that I only fill the books with BU coins, so for the presidential books. So that's why those coins that I have found are not in here. And of course, while we're doing this, we're trying to find the nicest Native American dollars and innovation dollars we can. They all won't fit in this book, but I have 15 of whatever this is. It's the 60-something coins. And the reason there's a question mark on it is I don't know how long they're going to run, because I think both series are still adding. So anyway, I'm going to end up needing probably a couple of these books if we can find all of these all of these dollars. And I think most of them are NIFCs. Which brings me to my document in the description down below. I've created a little cheat sheet, and in there you'll find the things that we're looking out for, mainly because some of them are really high dollar items, some of them are super low mintage items, and there are a ton of NIFCs that we're looking for. Now, I don't keep dollar NIFCs, A, because we do find quite a bit of them, and B, they're $1 each, so it gets pretty expensive to hang on to all of them. So I do return the majority of what I find, unless they're BU or better. So with that, let's go ahead and just get into one roll and see what kind of coins we're looking at. If you've never hunted dollars before, they do take some time to look at because the lettering, the mint mark, is typically on the edge. And understanding what year you have and what mint mark you have, it takes a good long while. So let's quickly go through these to see if we have anything that jumps out at us as interesting. Maybe a Native American dollar. So like, here's a really cruddy Native American dollar coin. It's the first in the release of the Native American coins. I think it's a 2009, if I'm not mistaken. We have found much nicer versions of that. But most of these are pretty cruddy. Like, these would never go in my books. There's a 2000... And I will go back through these. There's a 2001 Philly. I will go back through these with a little bit more care, especially for the 2000s, because there is a Wounded Eagle. There's a couple of varieties on that one. There's the Cheerios dollar. And if you happen to come across that one, it can be worth quite a bit of money. Now, this Johnson I'm going to look at and see if it's a Denver, because we do need that one. Anyway, so nothing too special jumping out in that first roll. Like I said, I'll go back through them, and if I find something interesting, I'll be sure to pull you in. So in the opening bit of the video, I talked about how hard this book is to fill, 9 of 40 spots, and I'm going to show you why. We're on roll 3 of our customer wrap rolls, and we have come across a coin that I would love to put in that book. This is a Theodore Roosevelt. I've actually already looked at the date because it does just take a little time to find it and look it up. But this would be a book filler if it were an AU or at least high AU or BU condition, because I don't have this one yet. And it's an NIFC, you'll see not issued for circulation, and it's super low mintage, 3.92 million. So it's the kind of coin I would love to find in fantastic shape and throw on my book. And even if it were MS65, that's a $4.50 coin. Again, according to Redbook, which raw, it's probably not worth that much, but that's what they say. So anyhow, just wanted to show you, I do come across these coins for Presidential Volume 2, just not nice enough to throw in there. So I'm on that same roll. Really, I've only gotten through one, I think, or two additional coins, and we've come across our next find, and I've covered this in previous videos. We've got ourselves a 1979 Philly wide rim, and just behind it is another 1979, and you can see the difference in the rim. This one's pretty thick, but we got a good bit of distance there between the 1 and the 9. This one's also a Philly, but on the wide rim, you'll see it's just about touching that 1 and just about touching that 9. And so this is a keeper. This is something we're going to flip up and hang on to. So getting through that last customer wrap roll, I wanted to bring you in because I have found one of the Native American dollars. I'd actually found it earlier and it was in pretty cruddy condition, but I wanted to show you this one because it's the same one. It's called the Three Sisters. And I do find this one quite frequently in really, really nice shape. Now, I do find some awful ones, but this one's in fantastic shape. Unfortunately, I already have some really nice versions of this. And I thought it was weird because I thought all of these were NIFC. And I was wrong. I was looking through Redbook, and just for those of you that wanted to know, it's any of the Native American dollars after 2011 are NIFC. So when you come down here and look, you'll see we don't have the little A next to 2009. We don't have the little A next to 2010 or 2011. But starting in 2012, you'll see we have the little A designation, which means these were not issued for circulation. So if you do find the 2009s, 10s, and 11s of the Native American dollars in really good shape, that's why, and I just learned that myself, so I thought I would share. So we've gotten into our first customer wrap roll. We are just 3 coins in, and we have come across a coin I may actually drop in the Volume 2 book. We've got a Chester Arthur, and if we jump over here, Arthur is a 2012. We're looking at a Philly or a Denver. I've actually already looked at this to understand where that date's going to be this time, and we're right there. We've got ourselves a 2012 Denver. Now, this one's in decent shape, so I'll plug it in, and if I find a nicer one, of course, we'll pop it out and replace it. But I'm happy to have a little bit of a book filler right here. So we're on the same roll, quite a number of coins later, and we have another book filler, and I'm kind of excited about it. I have actually checked the year. We are in pretty darn good shape. We've got a little bit of noise on the coin, but it looks really, really nice. It is a Ulysses S. Grant. Like I said, I already did look at the date. It's around here somewhere. There it is. I've got it upside down, but you can see that big old D right there. I know I'm zoomed in really close. But if we come over here and take a look in our book, our Ulysses S. Grant, 2011 D, 37.94 million made, and kind of excited about it. So going in the book. So I don't do this very often with dollars because I need my phone to actually be able to read the dates, but I thought I would go ahead and open one of these live on camera just so you can kind of see what I see when I open them. And this is a fairly typical roll. Usually we end up with 1, 2, maybe 3 shinies in there that look like they're going to be sparkling new. We usually end up with anywhere from 2 to maybe 7 Susan B. Anthony's in there. And what I like to do, the first thing is pull out the nice ones, and 9 times out of 10, they're this George Washington coin. Every now and then we get surprised and get something else. There's a really nice James Monroe. I may hang on to that and just check it against the book. And it looks like we're going to have a Native American or an innovation dollar right here because we've got Sacagawea with no year here on the front. And we've got that Native American 2009 Three Sisters. So kind of once I've pulled those out and come to the realization that I don't have anything that I don't need, I do typically run through these really quickly, just looking at the presidents to see if anything is jumping out at me. The 2000 Ps we're always going to set aside because we want to check for that Cheerios dollar. We want to check for, let's see here, what else? There's the Cheerios dollar, there's the Wounded Eagle. We want to look at those, and then we want to check the finish on them as well, because I think there's like a burnished finish or something like that. I'll be honest, I think I would know it when I see it, but I couldn't describe it. So hopefully you guys are seeing all this on camera. Now, a lot of times my 79s, if I can't tell the mint mark just from kind of holding it in the light, I will throw it under the microscope, because there is a 1979S, and it's actually an okay looking Harrison. We'll check that. That S, I know I need an upgrade for my book, and I just need to look back in there. I think the S may have a variety on it, and so I just always kind of look at them to see if that S looks a little bit different. So far, I haven't found one that looks different, but I always check them. So with that, I will go off camera, and if any of these are going to be book upgrades, I'll set them aside, and I guess I'll look real quick here. I know you guys can't see it, but I have looked at hundreds of these 2000 Phillies for the Wounded Eagle and the Cheerios dollar, and I will go ahead and throw some images of what that looks like up here on the screen, so if you're hunting your dollars, you know what to look for as well. But they are like pretty high dollar items if you can find them, because they're extremely rare, and I would love to find one of these days. So we're on our fourth bank wrapped roll, and this is just something new. I see this in half dollars all the time, but never in dollar coins. Somebody has taken the time to drill 2 holes in this guy. Not sure what you do with that. Maybe they were making a necklace, not sure, but kind of interesting. So we just broke into the 5th bank wrapped roll there. I think that's roll 9 for the hunt, and we have found another volume 2, and I'm going to say this is a book filler. This one's actually in pretty darn good shape. There's a little bit of issues with the finish, but we've got ourselves a Ronald Reagan, and I don't remember exactly where the date was. Here it is over here. We've got ourselves a 2016, and I know my hands are all over the place because I'm trying not to touch it too much here, but we've got ourselves a 2016 D. Too late, fingers are all over it. Anyway, here's our Ronald Reagan 2016 D, 5.88 million. So again, super low mintage, not intended for circulation, and it's going in the book. So we are still on that same roll, and I've come across something kind of interesting here. You can see from the design that it is either a Native American dollar or one of the new innovation dollars. I'm going to guess Native American just from the design, though. You can see on the front we are missing that date, so that would have also been the giveaway that we are into the later years. Here we are, 2014 Philadelphia. Let's check this one in the book because I have no idea. It says United States of America. No idea what this one's called. Let's find out together. There it is. It's the Native Hospitality 2014. And the mintage on that guy is, I think it was a Philly, 3.08 million. So, again, super low mintage. This will go in the book because I'm just trying to fill spots in the innovation dollars, not necessarily worrying about quality at this stage. Getting into roll number 11, or the 6th roll of our bank wrapped, and it was the second coin. The first one was a Garfield that looked pretty bad, but the second one looks pretty darn good. And I've already checked the date. Just going to try to show it to you. There it is. We've got ourselves a, oh, it's really hard to read, but it is a Denver. You can see that D mint mark right there, and that is one of the ones we needed for the book. So we've got ourselves a James Garfield 2011 D, another book filler. So we're on roll 8 of our bank wrapped rolls, and we've come across another, I'm going to say it's a book filler. It's the finish is a little off, but the coin itself looks really, really nice. We've got ourselves a Benjamin Harrison, and I had looked at the date. It is a 2012 D, so surprised to see that it's a Denver, and you'll see here, where is it? The 2012 D Harrison, 4.2 million, and it's going to be a book filler. We're just 4 rolls from the end. We've come across another NIFC that unfortunately we'll hang on to, but it won't make its way into our books. We've got ourselves a John F. Kennedy, and I think it was a Philly. Where did it go? There it is. It is a Philly, and our Kennedy is right up here. John F. Kennedy, Philly, 6.16 million. Well, as you can see, I've got no rolls left up there and a bunch of rewraps, so we are on our last roll, and I have one more to share with you. It was about, I don't know, 7 or 8 coins from the end. We've got ourselves a Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and it looks like that is a 2011, and we've got a Denver. Now, I have a question for you guys. Now, the finish on this one maybe is a little off. We've got some scuffs, but would this be good enough to be high AU or BU for the book? I'm going to say no, because we've got some dings in his forehead and enough scuffs on the finish that I wouldn't put it in. But from a details perspective, it actually still looks pretty good. So I leave it to you guys. Put it in the book or leave it out. But I'll definitely keep it because it's an NIFC and it's one of the newer presidential dollars. So do I have it pulled up over here? I do. Let's see. We've got our FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Philadelphia 4.76, Denver 3.92. So again, super low mintage. Definitely a keeper, but I don't know if it's going in the book until you guys tell me what to do. Well, we have reached the end of our $400 dollar hunt, and I thought I would do a real quick recap of everything we found. We did come across a nice 1979 Philly wide rim Susan B. Anthony. It seems like I'm finding at least one of these in every hunt, sometimes multiples. And earlier in the video, I did put some comps from eBay for these in decent condition on the screen. I didn't pull you guys in for this, but we did have a 1979 S that will be an upgrade for our SBA book. I've already checked that. Everything in this top row is a book filler. I'm going to move down here to this middle row first. So these were all Volume 2 presidential dollars that I did not deem good enough to go into the book. So we had a Theodore Roosevelt, we had a Franklin Roosevelt, and we had that John Kennedy. Now, I did pose to you guys, should I put this Franklin Roosevelt in the book? Because it's actually in pretty good condition from a details perspective. The finish is kind of right between, looking really nice, and it's kind of starting to get this brown look. So let me know in the comments down below. I may plug that one into the book. And of course, then we found this hold dollar, which I have not seen any hold dollar coins yet after 3 episodes and about $2,400 worth of searches. As for our finds, and I will do a quick video showing me plugging these into the album so you can see what the albums are shaping up to look like, but we did find Denver coins for our 2011 Ulysses S. Grant, our James Garfield. We did find a 2012 Denver Chester Arthur and I think it's a 2012 Denver Benjamin Harrison as well. I don't remember the exact years the year for Reagan, but that Reagan's also going to fill a hole in the book. And we did end up with one new Native American dollar, and I think this was a 2014 as well. Not in as nice a shape as I want, but this is the first one I've ever found, and I'm not too caught up on BU or not for that book, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. So with that, let's jump over and have a real quick look at me plugging in these albums. And here's where we're left. We've got 37 of 40 filled. We've got 12 of 40 filled in Volume 2, and now 11 of 28 in the Native American. And of course, we made no progress on our innovations. And you saw me plug in that one upgrade for our Susan B. Anthony's. So that wraps up our dollar hunt. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know by dropping down below and leaving me a like. And while you're down there, drop me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. I'd love to hear from you. If you are new to the channel and this is the first time you're checking out one of my videos, make sure you click on that subscribe button and then click on that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. Hopefully this video is good enough that it made you want to come back for more. And you won't know when I'm posting unless you click that subscribe button. And if you happen to have your own channel, Facebook page, something like that, do share this video if you did like it. I'd really appreciate that. Special shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you guys for your donations each and every month. I really appreciate it. It helps keep the channel in wraps and flips and staples and all kinds of things to keep the channel going. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. If you're interested in our memberships, click on that join button down below to learn a little bit more about that. Even at the lowest tier, you get to see most of my videos anywhere from a few hours to a few days early. So with that said, I had a lot of fun doing this. This dollar book hunt has been great. I'm really enjoying myself doing it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. With that, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.